Hello, my name is Viktor. I am a content designer working on the country pack Trial of Allegiance, and I am here to introduce the Brazilian focus tree. Before 1936, Brazil went through a bit of a turmoil. They sided with the Allies during World War I. This led to a power vacuum that Vargas exploited and basically led a revolution that overthrew the previous government. Brazil was kind of in a bit of a rough spot. There were issues with separatism, with bandits, and the Great Depression hit Brazil quite hard. They were primarily focused on exporting coffee, but since the Great Depression hit, no one was buying coffee anymore, so the entire economy kind of collapsed. The game starts with Vargas as the leader. He was kind of a complex character. He started as a liberal reformist, but he eventually started becoming more and more authoritarian, trying to maintain power. The focus tree starts as a democracy. You have to more and more flip to more and more authoritarian measures to maintain power. This kind of leads up to the Cohen Plan, which was a forged document that implicated the opponents as communist revolutionaries, which was trying to overtake the government. Then you will be able to establish Estado Nuevo, which is basically Vargas taking control over the entire country. You will flip from democracy to unaligned. Then you will focus on reducing or eliminating separatism, boosting stability, and reforming and establishing authoritarian structures within the country. Then you will have to deal with the coffee crisis, reducing your dependence on a single source of goods, boosting the general economy of the country. There is also a military branch where you will be able to focus on planes, army, or the navy. You will be able to overcome the naval arms race, for example, with Argentina and Chile, and you will be able to buy ships from foreign powers. Despite being quite authoritarian, the US was trying to win over Brazil and join the war against the Axis. So the more and more that Brazil turned to the US, the more and more annoyed Germany became, eventually prompting them to actually attack Brazilian shipping, which led to Brazil declaring war on the Axis in 1942. The game represents this by having a bunch of decisions and focuses that the Brazilian player can do to eventually join with the US and going to war with the Axis. You will also be able to create the expeditionary force that was sent to Italy and fought the Italians and the Germans, the famous smoking snakes. For alt history, we have a bunch of alternatives. For example, we mentioned the bandits previously. But what if instead of cracking down on the bandits, you allow the bandits to lead a communist revolution? You can become a democracy and somehow try and maintain world peace. You can become fascist and conquer South America. Of course, we didn't forget about the monarchy branch. There, you can reform Imperial Brazil so that the empire can finally strike back against Portugal. Thank you for checking out this breakdown video. Remember to pre-order on Steam. Subscribe if you like to see more. And next up we have a country breakdown for Chile and Argentina.